Hello, Namaskar. Welcome you to the SAAR Analysis. I am CHAMAN and here's my take. Have you noticed something strange? In last few years, India has signed a major agreement with a country like France, United States and Israel. But here's the question almost nobody is asking. Why would India suddenly deepen its defense ties with Slovakia, a country with population smaller than Bengaluru? Because the answer reveals how modern power actually works and it could reshape India's defense future. Well, for decades, the defense partnership were built around handful of superpowers, but India is playing a different game altogether. Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Slovakia became the first ever visit by any Indian Prime Minister to the country, resulting in both the nations elevating their ties to comprehensive partnership and alongside agreements covering the defense cooperation. Now, at first glance, it may sound routine diplomacy, but it isn't. Now, here's what evidence speaks about. Look closely at India's recent moves. India isn't relying on a single defense ecosystem anymore. Instead, it is building a wave of partnership across Europe and beyond. Now, the question arises why? Because the modern warfare isn't just about tanks and fighter jets, it's about who controls the technology behind them. Slovakia may not command the global headlines, but the Central Europe possesses decades of expertise in specialized defense engineering, manufacturing system, and industrial research. Now, this agreement signals something far more bigger. India isn't merely shopping for weapons for sure, it is looking for co-developed capabilities. It is developing access to niche technology and strengthen its own defense ecosystem under a vision of self-reliance. Now the question arises, why is this so important? Here's the number worth remembering. India remains one of the largest defense importers. Now, in the world often shaped by supply chain disruptions, sanctions, and geopolitical uncertainty, dependence can become vulnerability. Now, every additional technology partner gives India a greater resilience. It gives India more option, better bargaining power, and most importantly, a stronger foundation for indigenous manufacturing. Well, these quiet agreements often matter more than dramatic headlines because strategic autonomy isn't built overnight, it is engineered over years through partnership exactly like this. Now, here's my take. I don't think this story is really about Slovakia. I think it's a story about how India understands its power in the 21st century. Well, the countries that succeed won't necessarily be those with the loudest rhetoric. They are the ones building networks of trust, technology, capability before the world realizes why they matter. And these headlines may not consume the headlines for sure, but years from now, when people ask how India prepared itself for more uncertain world, movement like this may offer an answer. But because history rarely announces its arrival, sometimes it's a simple sign of document while everyone else is looking somewhere else. And we all know that India is ready. That's all from today's analysis. I will be back with another episode. Till then, thank you for watching this.